This is part of our continuing effort to bring industry and academia together. We have many excellent faculty, excellent programs at different institutions across our campuses, and we want to make industry aware of the types of research that's going on and get the faculty members to communicate and work with industries to have collaborative projects. We, in fact, have a particular grant initiative that we put out for our faculty members to compete with one another in order to work with industry. So we have a competitive process where the proposals are reviewed by panel members external to Louisiana to look at the quality of research that goes on and proposed. Industry it can take advantage of enormous amount of talent in our campuses, as well as the infrastructure that we have. And there are a variety of research activities that are going on between folks already, and we want to expand on that. When the industry sees of the talent and the amount of research and what comes out of our universities, they tend to hire the graduate students and the graduates of our campuses. And there's going to also be a number of patents, number of publications that will bring more of such talent to our campuses. So it's a catch. It has enormous implications in terms of things continuing.
Our group at Battelle is working with the Louisiana Economic Development Agency to advance a strategic inventory of the research assets because of its importance to growing the economy. So Louisiana has emerging growth sectors that it's identified, and what we're working towards here is to identify the asset base in which those industries can be competitive on a global basis. And that, in fact, is really what so much of what universities bring to today's 21st century knowledge economy. It's how do we move forward with the talent, with the new kinds of scientific innovations, and the scientific infrastructure so that we can actually be the most competitive, innovative nation in the world, and for Louisiana in particular to be very competitive in that world economy. Job creation in today's world comes because of that ability to be competitive, so that you're creating high-value products that the world demands, as well as having the talent base so that people can fill the kinds of jobs that industry requires. So having the skills is very important. You know, back in the days in the 20th century industrial revolution, you could simply get by being with your brawn. But today, you really need to get by with your mind. And so universities are indispensable in creating the workforce for the future. And what we're going to be talking about today is highlighting a lot of those assets that universities here in Louisiana have to offer industry to allow them to be competitive and allow them to create the jobs for the future.
Well, I look at universities as the thought leaders for how we do things different at a state level and creating thought leaders for tomorrow in our state. So I think there's an opportunity for new job creation when it comes to smarter infrastructure, next generation energy, how our built environment can be run in a more efficient and sustainable manner. This is all about leveraging new technology and creating new jobs to do this, and the universities are at the front of that movement. A lot of the technology that we're applying for next-gen energy supply, as well as how to do things in a far more efficient manner, is in place. But how we get adoption of it, how we make it more economically affordable, how we can get better social implementation of it, there's still a lot of research that surrounds that to really make it a reality. And what better place to have the research done than the universities that live in the cities and the state where we want to promote these new changes in job growth. The message I want to get out is that there is such an opportunity before us based on where the industry has moved, on the proliferation of smart sensors, the ability and bandwidth to take this data and create really deep insights, better visualization of what's happening in our real world, to better manage our physical environment and the way we live, to improve quality of life. It's a huge opportunity before us, and I look to our collaboration of industry and university and federal programs as a way to move it forward.
Universities can help expand technology here in the state of Louisiana because they can add the expertise to the educational university systems, partnering with industry to help develop the needed tools and avenues for new technology growth. Universities help Louisiana state business create jobs because they providing the tools and fundamentals through learning and product development for Louisiana to help expand their oil and gas services. I think it's a great opportunity for industry and academia world come together and start and talk about their issues or their opportunities to work together and develop new industries, new technologies to help our current job pool.
The message today was to explain to academia, from BASF's perspective, where are we focused on our research and our innovation. For me, it's, an event like this is to help foster collaboration. The only way to do that is to make sure both academics and industry know where each other's headed. What are the barriers, and how do we think we can resolve that, so that in the end the research that comes out of academia can feed into industry, which then can be turned into a useful product for consumers. We've got incredibly smart people. We've got great resources, great laboratories, and once again, just great ideas. So that if we can sit down and express what do we see the trends. I mean, we know there's going to be, we expect there's 7 billion people in the world today. There'll be 9 billion by 2050. There's issues, everything from energy management to how do you provide food, clean water, how do you conserve the resources that we have. So these are universal themes. So by setting out a direction that we want to have improved battery technologies, we want to utilize wind energy more, solar energy more, we want to take the fossil fuels we have today and extend those even further through lightweight vehicles, through better fuel additives, and stretch that gasoline or natural gas even that much further. If academia understands where we're headed, then they come and collaborate with us. If you look at anything that comes out of research, then my job is to manufacture it. And so by taking the technology that's developed, we then build it. And when we build it, then we run it and produce it. And of course, we need people to build it, operate it, maintenance, and then come up with the next continuous improvement and that next great idea.
How can universities help create jobs here in the state?
Probably in two ways. I mean, one of them is having a pipeline of a well-educated labor force. A lot of the challenges in business is essentially people challenges, and you needed to get good talent to be able to further your business. I think secondarily maybe is on the technology side, where there may be development of early stage technologies that might have an avenue to be commercialized.
We know the future is in front of us, and we're actively working to create the future that we want, a future of sustainability, of chemistry that provides the solutions to the needs that the generations have ahead of us.
We have tremendous amount of resources available here in Louisiana, and if they spend the time and visit our campuses and see what type of resources are available in terms of infrastructure and in terms of faculty talent, they'll be most impressed. So rather than going elsewhere, it's much better to stay here and look at the research that's going on next door to you in your backyard and work with faculty members. You'll be impressed with the type of results that you'll end up having at your institution or at your industry. From what we learned today, there are a whole bunch of projects that we didn't know about that the industry can offer now to our faculty members. In fact, what I mentioned to our faculty members across the state is that we have a new round of proposals coming up. So they heard what types of challenges the industries have right now, and now they could submit proposals to us to work together. And for every dollar that we bring in, the industry has to put some money in it, and I think together we're going to take Louisiana to the next level.